Hello, coders. Good afternoon. Sorry about the delay and the weird stuff on the intro. For some reason, it died out and then it started again. I am trying to sort out some packed repositories. Let me just turn that down a wee bit. Whoops. It's all going a bit wrong today. So I'm trying to fix a couple of Python issues with the packed course that I've done, the microservices course in Python. So I'm going to be doing that today, and then also moving on to some acceptance testing for the How to Code Well website. So, without further ado, let's get into the code. Now, I've got to just play around with the sizing of this. Give me a second. Okay, let's do an ls into here. We should be in code. And we should have services. That's right. These are the services that I've got. And I believe this is in the front end service. Actually, it's probably in the .git. There we go. That's better. Then git remote v. Good stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, this looks like the thing, and the thing I need to clear up is some package dependencies. So I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as I can, and then we're going to move on to the JavaScript for the acceptance testing. So what I need to do is build this, I think. We go to Docker Compose. That looks fine. Okay, and then this is the rebuild of the whole thing. That's fine. Dockerfile. I think the issue is around the requirements.txt. I think there is some issues with that. I need to find and fix some dependencies. So what we're going to do first up, it would help if I did a... Let's just see where we're at with everything. Your branch is ahead of origin master by 10 commits. Git push to public. Git clean tree. Nothing to commit. Use git push to publish your local commits. Working tree is clean. I'm on develop branch. Okay, I don't want to be on the develop branch. I want to be on the master branch, I think. Let me see. Hey, Mr. DB303. Thank you for joining today. Okay, so yeah. So you've said that there's a problem with this package, and what I need to do. Let's just do a git checkout at the moment, and then let's do a git. Might as well just do it on here. Change that to be master of this branch. Hang on a minute. That's not the right branch. Checkout. Oh, I've got my branches in the middle. I have. Oh, rats. Give me a second whilst I just work all this through. Yes. What are we on here? That's better. That's better. Okay. So now what I need to do is a Docker Compose of this, I think. We do docker ps-a. What have we got so far? Nothing. That's great. Let's just make sure that everything system prune is off. -a. Yaha. There we go. Good. Now I'm going to just clear this down. Do Docker Compose up -d that should build it. So this might take a bit of time. And essentially what should happen is the Docker file should, it will run this, and then it should install the requirements.txt, and we should get some issues. Because I think there is some out of date packages that I need to update. So let's just create a new branch here whilst I work on this. So bugs, packages, package update. Because what I'll do is I'll push this up, and then I'll request it to be merged in. So that's, here we go. It's what's it doing now? It's doing a pip install and then an upgrade, and now it's doing the requirements. So at this point, somewhere down this line, it's going to throw a little wobbly, I think. Yeah, here we go. So markup safe. It's on version 1, which I know from is old. So where's markup safe in? Not in here. In what am I looking at? App requirements. Markup safe. I've got a feeling this is 1.11, but I'll just have a little look. So GitHub, not GitHub, sorry, markup safe, Python. And let's have a look and see what versions they are. Do we have any version release history? Yeah, here we go. This version is 1.1.1.1. Okay, so yeah, the version that I'm on is pretty old. Let's see if we can bump this up to 1.1.1. So 1.1, and then let's run this again. This, by the way, it is this course that I'm doing. If we go to packed, can't spell packed. If we have a look at this a minute and have a put in my name, and it's this one that we're working on. So yeah, that one. Okay, where are we at with this? Has this gone through? It seems to have installed markup safe now, and now we've got a problem with MySQL connector 2.16. Okay, cool. Let's see where we're at with that. MySQL connector 2.16. Let's see if there is an upgrade. There is. Release history. This version is 2.29. All right, let's run this. And it's basically this sort of trial and error whack-a-mole type thing. Once it gets built, then we'll tackle. I think it's something in. Am I on? No, that's the product service. Not even on the right one. User service. Nope. This is it. That. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, now it's installing MySQL. All good stuff. SQL Academy, Alchemy even. Alchemy. So just sort of keeping my my courses up to date, really. That's the plan of this, really. It's always good to do all of these things. A bit of okay, so the bind address. What's going on here? Something to do with something running off of port 80, I think. That's fine. Let's change it. We can change all these things. That's no problem. That would be in the Docker Compose. Let's change this to be port 8080 and run that. Doesn't matter. I can change it back. Okay, now it's running. Docker ps-a, and we should have that. I'm going to just do Docker system prune once more, just to get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. And if I did Docker images, we should see that we have that front-end service running. 101 meg. Okay, and that's running off of port 8080. That's all good. And the changes we made were MySQL connector and markup safe. There was another change that I should do, and that's in here. So this is app requirements.txt. Are we showing? All right. What is that? Release history 1.0.1, and where are we at with this? It is 1.14.1. Let's bump that up. 1.0 1.0.0.1, is it? One. There we go. That one. This version. Okay, let's do another build. So we need to do -- build now. These have been on my radar for some time. I just haven't got to them, unfortunately. I'm going to try and make more of an effort to go back onto my previous courses and upgrade them. Come on, 35 packages, collecting all the stuff, downloading all the bits and pieces. That should mostly be in cache, but we want to make sure that that package that we've just upgraded can be installed. And let me see if because I did this course a very long time ago. Very long time ago. Let me see. Did I? What's in the README here? Install the requirements. To install the whole application, go to. Okay, fine. Requirements. Where would that? That would be in Docs. And it would be an install. Requirements. Here we go. This project requires all of that stuff. That's fine. That's okay. Okay, so then if we go back to the README. Okay. To install the whole application, read the microservices installation guide. To install just the front end, read the front end installation guide. So let's do the front end first. Okay, so here is creating a machine. I haven't done this. I should have really done this. Done that. Update the shell. Fine. Do I not have any documentation for actually to install the whole application? All right, let's have a look. Microservices. Okay, let's get rid of. Let's just do that for a minute. Okay, right, here we go. So, create the project, clone all of these things. So that's what we've cloned. Then we should have that, which is what we have. And then we do CD into the front end, and then we do Docker machine, all of this jazz that we've kind of skipped. Docker compose up to up. I wrote this so long ago. Install the containers. Run the following commands from inside the front end container. Front end .git. So Docker compose up. Check all the containers are running. Docker ps. Run the application. Go to the IP address. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, because I have actually skipped a couple of steps, is this seems to have all installed. I'm going to do Docker ps-a, and I'm going to do a Docker. Well, first of all, I'll turn them all off. So Docker compose down. I can't remember. Is it? Let's do help. It's RMI type, isn't it? So RMI type is all. So let's get rid of all with the volumes. Okay, so that should now remove that. And if we did Docker, I'm gonna have to take this off. Bear with me a second, because I can't. Let's just have a look at what Docker machines I have. So ls, Docker machine ls. My memory's just gone. Oh, you could have seen that. That's fine. No, I don't appear to have that. Okay, no worries. Let's create that one then. So I need to follow this guide, I think. So we're going to create the machine. And we should have removed all the containers and all of the images. Oh, no, we do have some images. Let's do Docker system prune just to get rid of those. Yup. Right. So now we are building the Docker machine, the lightweight machine for this. I forgot I need an IP address, so yeah, we do this. It was me jumping in. Unfortunately, we are stuck with the speed of my internet connection, which is rubbish. Okie dokie, and then the next one is to start with the machine, which is already started, to be honest, so we can skip that. Then we do to get the environment variables, whoops, we do this. Awesome. Evaluate that to the shell. Great, we are on 192.168.99.114, which is weird, but whatever. Docker machine ls will tell me more. Fine, fair enough, whatever. Okay, so now we do the Docker compose up command. Which does everything that we've just done right before. So I'm not seeing. I shouldn't see any errors now. It should just run through. There is an error though on the documentation itself. because here it's saying that I should do Docker Compose up and then I should see all of this. That isn't true. That is no way true. Because this is all of the services for all the microservices. And sort of here it says cd into the front end.git. This needs to be changed to be using the deploy.yaml. Not this one. So there is a little tweak I need to do. I'll have to put this in a different PR because that is different. Essentially, we're kind of following this. Okay, that's done. So I should be able to do docker ps-a. Can you see there's only one container here, although it has exited. That's interesting. Let me just do a docker logs -f of that service. Why did that exit? Okay, app.py, front end. Cannot import name URL encode from. Oh, okay. So there was a problem with that. I'm gonna have to Google this issue. That's annoying. That's annoying. Please tell me there's no code change for this. Yeah, here we are. I'm currently running a coder environment with Flask, WT Forms. Sounds very similar to this. Cannot do all of this stuff. Try to import from URLs. I hard-coded imports as suggested and it works. Oh dear. Okay, setting this in your environment fixes the issue. The issue with version 0.1. Oh really? Do we know when this will be fixed in? Oh dear. Okay, so I guess what I could do is change that to this version. That sucks. That really does suck. Which is this one underneath. Let's try it. Let's try it. God dear. I knew it wasn't going to be plain sailing today. I knew it wasn't going to be plain sailing. So this is 0.16.1. So let's go back to PyCharm. And in requirements, it is this one here. It's 0.16.1. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what that is. And that is what they've mentioned here. So let's do another build. So this will rebuild the Docker image. Hey, is it Christian? Hey, hello. Hey, yeah. Thank you for coming on board. Today I'm doing a bit of housework with one of my Pack Publishing courses, just tidying up the versions of the packages. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. Thank you. It's been good. It's been a good weekend. It's a chilled out one, I think. Can't believe it's 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon now here in the UK. Okay, right, so once this hopefully finishes, we should be able to hopefully get the container to run. Hopefully. Come on, do your thing. Okay, yes, this is done, and if we did docker ps-a, it is up and running on port 8080, and if we did docker, I've totally forgotten what the IP address is, so docker machine IP of whatever this thing was called, which is in the README, in here. That's what I need, because it'll be a different IP address to that. So let me Let me just paste that in. It should be, yeah, there we go. Right, let's get to this on the browser. Give me a second whilst I do all this off stream a minute. And it's port 8080. Yay! Yay! Hello, code. It's working. It's all working. Okay, so we've got the homepage, login, register, checkout, all that jazz. Hey, thank you for following. Oh gosh, your username is tricky. Mazaraka. Thank you for following. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope everybody's doing well today. Yeah, today I'm finally getting around to fixing my hands-on with microservices Python video course that I've done for Pact. There's been a couple of issues regarding the packages being out of date. So I'm doing that today, and then after this, we're going to do some acceptance testing with Cucumber.js with the How to Code Well website. So I'm sort of breezing through this at the moment. So that's good. That's the front end up and running. And we should have like a login page and a register page and a checkout page and all of this jazz. I've only got the front end working, so the other containers need to hook into it, which is what we're going to be doing. But this is good. This is proving to me that this actually works, which is nice. I built this ages ago, so it's nice to see this working again. Hey, Codeland, thank you for following. I appreciate that too. Thank you very much. Hope everybody's having a good day today. You set the emotes off. Woo! Okay. Right. So there's a couple of things that I need to do, like this one here. I need to push this up. I need to push this up. And then there's another issue with the README, so we need to fix that as well. So I'm gonna just I can't push up I cannot do this. I can't push that up, unfortunately. So let's bring that back down. So this PR will be to upgrade. What did I upgrade? Mark safe. Let's just copy these in. Upgrade mark safe and that one. There wasn't anything else. Oh yes, there was. There was this one. There we go. Okay. So we can commit that. Wonderful stuff. And that should be pushed up. Where's that going? Going up to origin. Yes, that's fine. Okay. We should also push this up to the other remote as well, because I've got two remotes going. There we go. So I'll just come to here. Give me a second whilst my sorry, bear with me a second. Okay. Okay, that's the... It helps when I'm on the right branch. It helps me when I'm on the right piece of code. Bear with me a second whilst I do this off stream. You don't need to see that. That's fine. This is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, we'll do a compare and poll. on this. I'm basically doing a code review myself on here. Compare and poll. We can't automatically merge. That's looking good. Sorry, I am doing this off stream. Bear with me whilst I sort this out. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's what I just did. And if we go to here, why is that still? Yeah, see, that's out of date. Upgrading packages. That'll be an app. Hang on a minute. Hold on. What have I just done? It branches 1 commit ahead and 10 commits behind master. Why? Give me a second whilst I have a look at this. Alright, create pull request. So I want to put that into master and then that's fine. Resolve. Okay, give me a second whilst I do this. It's 210. Oh, okay. Ginger 2 has been updated. Okay, no problem. That's fine. I should have done a poll locally. That seems to be okay. We can get rid of those lines. And get rid of Mark. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Yeah, that's correct. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Alright, markers resolved. Commit the merge. Okay. And merge that in. Confirm the merge. Okay, good. I think we're cooking on gas now. Yeah, we'll get rid of that branch. And then we'll go into code. And woohoo! That security warnings are removed. So we sorted that out. Sweet. Okay, I'll put this all back so you can see what I'm doing. Basically what I did is I have merged in the master. I merged in our bugs package update into here. So what I'm going to do, just to be 100% sure, is I'm going to do a git checkout of master once more. And we'll do a git repository poll. Yep. It helps when I'm on the right branch. Yep. Okay, good. And then if we go to the requirements here, we should see that that's changed to 16.1. We should see that that's changed to 2.29. Mark Safe has gone up to 1.1. And also there was something I saw, Ginger 2, 2.10.1. What I'm going to do quickly is just do a Docker compose and then build again, just to get it back up. And I'm sure everything's perfectly fine, but it's always good to actually whoa. I am on master. Phew. I just saw that was saying package update, not master. Codeland says, is asking, I saw you do code challenges. When will the next one be? Next one's now. And what I'll do is, whilst this goes off, does its boring stuff, let's talk about it. It's in code challenges, codechallenges.howtocodewell.net. I'll put this in the chat. And the code challenge, or this code challenge, is going to be reviewed on the 29th of November. So you've got until now, until the 29th of November, to do this code challenge. And this is all about creating an advent calendar in JavaScript. So let me just talk you through this. So what I'll do is I'll just increase the size of this a wee midge. So we're going to create a Christmas advent calendar for coders. This will be built in JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. When clicking on a day, a modal should appear. This modal will display something in web development that you have learned in 2020. This could be a snippet from a blog post, an embedded video, a podcast, or other things that have helped you in 2020. You can use frameworks like Vue or React, but bonus points are given to those who use vanilla JavaScript and vanilla CSS. The code will be reviewed live on Twitch on the 29th of November, so it'll be reviewed here on Twitch. And there's how many levels? There's 6 levels to this. So level 1 is to first create the interface. So this is going to be the grid of 24 days, right? So a grid of 24 boxes. Each day must display the day number. So you'll have 24 boxes, and then you'll have, like, on each box you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth until you get to 24. Okay, then display the modal. So when a day is clicked, display a modal with a title, description, stroke code, and links to something that you have learned in 2020. So this is kind of geared towards the things that you've learned code-wise. So any blog posts, any videos, tutorials, courses, anything that you've learned in 2020 to help you in your coding career and your coding journey. You kind of assign those to each day. So level 3 is to embed a video. So embed a video tutorial that has helped you in 2020 to some of the modals. So some of the modals might be just like links to blog posts. Some of them might be links to Stack Overflow posts. Some could be the embedded video. So within the actual modal that actually displays up, have some embedded videos in those. Or have a video in some of those modals, I should say. Okay, level 4 is to keep these modals hidden, right? So only allow modals to be shown if the day is on or before the current day. So this is checking the date in JavaScript to see, so basically this is preventing people from clicking into the future date. So you should only be able to open boxes 1 to 5 if you're on the 5th day of December. Essentially. Yeah, I've got it here. For instance, you cannot click on the 24th day. Sorry, I just spat across my desk. Ugh. For instance, you cannot click on the 24th day when it only is the 1st of December. However, level 5 is to go into the future. So create a toggle switch that allows you to click on future dates if you want to. And then level 6 is to animate everything. So animate the days when rolled over. So when you roll over the grid, it has some fancy animation. Animate the modal when it's open, so it's not just something that appears, it's something that appears with a bang. and then automatically open the current day and show the modal in a fancy animation. Whether that opens up or, rolls up, or I don't know. And then, of course, because it's going to be in December, make it snow. Make it snow. And I think this will be awesome to share. So you could share this out on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and then other people can then see what you've learned in 2020 and then share those kind of things. I think that would be pretty awesome. Hey, Slayer Dar, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, bonus points if you use CSS too. One thing I've learned this year that's helped me, this is what Slayer Darth is saying, in web development, abandon Windows, migrate to Linux or Mac. And a Blue Peter badge if it works on IE6. You should get more than a Blue Peter badge if you get it working on IE6. I mean, why would you want to put yourself through that pain? I think that deserves a bottle of whiskey. Anywho, how are we getting on? So that's the thing. It was Codeland. Was it Codeland? Codeland asked. I saw that you were running code challenges. When is the next one? Next one will be on the 29th of November. And to join, what you do when you get to this site, so codechallenges.howtocodewell.net, which I put again in the chat. This one here. Click on this button. It'll say how to submit your code for a review. You need to join the Discord server. It's free to join. There is a coding channel. Here, can't say it. Coding Challenges channel. Say that enough times after you've had a bottle of whiskey. Coding Challenges channel, and you submit your GitHub repository. So what you would do is write the code, push it up to GitHub, join our Discord server, and then in that channel you would submit your challenge, and then I'll grab that, pull it down, pull down your code, clone your code, and then I'll display all the stuff and review it live on Twitch. So the Discord server for anybody who wants to join is Discord. There we go. That should come up. Nightbot's just jumped in. So yeah, here we go. Discord. Okay, so how has how's this going on? Okay, this seems to have worked fine. That's good. And then I suppose what I need to do is just go over to here and then just do a little double check. No, that seems to be down. Why is that down? Docker ps-a. That's up. It's running off of port 80. Oh, wait. It's running off of port 88. Oh, okay. So silly me. Get the right port. Port 80. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's see if we can work on the other bits, because I want to double check. I want to double check the other things. So there was one issue with the documentation, wasn't there? What am I looking for? I'm looking for the documentation, which is in docs, and it's in install, and it's in microservice. So here it's saying that we clone all of these things, we do all of this stuff, then we cd into here, and then we do all the Docker jobbies, and then get the IPs, and it's... Oh, that's strange. That has been updated. I must have done this before. I must have done this before and not had it on the right... Pull the stuff down beforehand. Oh well, never mind. So the documentation has been updated. Oh, Murphy's just come in the room. Hello, buddy. Oh, good boy. Bear with me a minute. I'm just going to give my dog a treat. Hello, boy. Good boy. Okay, my dog is just chilling. He knows there's treats in the office. There's always treats in the office. Can I angle this down? Do you want to see my dog? Let me see. Let me just bear with me a second. I might be because I've moved my desk, so I might be able to show you. Can you see? Hello, Murphy. Hello, buddy. I'll zoom in. Whoop. Just chilling. Let's bring that up and let's zoom out. Whoa. There we go. Oh, good. Let's where is this? Where is the button? What is the button that I need to press? There we go. Good boy. He's just snoozing and chilling. I do. I do claim. Murphy from RoboCop. Was there a Murphy in RoboCop? The invite to Discord has expired. What? No. That's not good. Seriously, has it? Oh, that is annoying. Oh dear, it has. Okay. Oh, I'm really sorry. Let me grab that. God, that's annoying, isn't it? That's frustrating. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Da 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 da. Invites. Why does this why has that expired? I thought I set that to not expire. Create an invite. My invite code expires in a date. No, I want it to not expire ever. Because it should be on the button on the thingy. Invites. Have they changed the interface for this? I think they've changed. How annoying is this? Invites. Here's a list of active links. Let's create one. Edit the invite link. Expire after. Never expire ever. Grant temporary. No. Generate a link. Copy. Right. This will never ever expire. There you go. And I will update that link. I do apologize. Murphy's bored already. Okay, sorry for that little sidestep there. Let's, what was I doing? Oh yes, if we go to front end, microservices, then we need to do the whole shebang. So let's do the whole shebang, shall we? So let's Docker PS. I'm going to do a Docker compose down and then delete everything, including the volumes. Let's just make sure that there's no, yeah, let's do a system prune. Let's get it nice and clean. Yep. And then let's do a docker compose f, compose deploy, and then YAML up. And see what happens. No problems, Codeland. No worries. That sucks with the whole Discord link. I'm going to, whilst this goes on, because this is going to take some time, we're going to jump into Jira. Let me just see if, hopefully I've logged in. Because that is on, yes, I have logged into Jira. Okay, good. Let's create a bug. Discord link has expired on Discord page, and this is Discord invite. No. It's, I can't spell anything. No, go away. I don't care. I just want access to this. Thank you. Stop being so in your face. Invite has expired on Discord page, and the description is to use this link, which is not that. That's on my clipboard. And okay, that's something that we'll do. Yeah, it's front end, and yeah, I will. That would be in the backlog. Can I change that to be running against a particular epic? Is that, can I do that? Can I do that? Is that possible? Oh yeah, I can add epic. Ugh, no, I don't want to do this. Ugh. Here we go, add epic. And it would be beta phase 1. There we go. All right. Cool, I'll get to that. That's now on the list of things to fix. I will get to it. Okay, how are we doing with the with this old thing? Right, so we've done the front end service. That seems to be running fine. And now what we're doing is we're running DB, so we're pulling MySQL down for that. Yes, I've got many Python courses. Many. I've got, so with Pack Publishing, I have this one here, which is the hands-on with Microsoft. This is the one I'm just updating here. This is the Python microservice course. There's also come on. Python clean coding course, which is that one there as well. And with the YouTubes, I have 4 or 5 different, well, I can show you actually. If we could just go to the website, howtocodewell.net. These are all the courses that I have, that I've created on YouTube. Python control structures, Python for beginners. Do we have any more? I think that's it. Python for beginners and Python control structures, I think. Yeah. Oh, you're very kind. You're very, very kind. Thank you for saying that. Legendary Cerberus. Thank you. Okay, let me... okay, now it's failing here. So, why is that? Service product failed to build. Requirements. returned a non-zero required by unsatisfied constraints. Okay, we'll have a little look at that. This is running off of which version? That's that one. That's my MySQL, and I'm just trying to work out which product. There we go. So if we had a look at the Docker Compose for here, what it's doing is it's installing the front end, which we know works. Now it's doing the product, and it's hit a problem with the product. So that is in, let me grab that project. No, it's not that one. There we go, product service. There we go. It's probably a similar thing, like, it's probably a problem with the requirements, the requirements.txt. So we will work through that. Hang on a minute. Bear with me a second. Whilst I sort this out, bear with me a minute. Give me a mo. Of course, all the pop-ups are going to go over there. I want to make sure I'm getting it from the right place. So give me a... What did I call? Oh yeah, here we go. I called this master hyphen, because what I do, you see, is I push this up to multiple repositories. There we go. Let's get a pull down on that. So my own personal one, and theirs. So what have we got? 4 files have changed. These would be random bumps from... Okay, I think it would probably be prudent if I was to run this once more. Just because I've done a pull down. Hang on a minute. Docker ps-a. Docker images. Docker RMI -f. Let's just get rid of that one and that one for a second. And then let's bring that back into play. And if we go to it's in app, it's in requirements. I reckon there is some oddities going on here. That seems to be okay. All right, let me do a deploy again. Okay. MySQL DB required by Weld Pi MySQL DB. That's the connector. Is that different to this one? This is the problem with microservices, you see. When you've got lots of microservices running, you've got to keep them all up to date. And if you have dependencies on one that's not on the other, then that gets problematic. So for instance, this one is on MySQL connector 229 and this is on 216. But the actual issue that we're looking at is completely different. It appears to be coming off of here, which is weird, and it's coming out of that, which is a little bonkers. So let's go to the Docker file. Pi GC unsatisfied constraints. That's missing. Required by Pi MySQL DB. Okay. So it hasn't even got to the point of actually doing this. So it's. I'm gonna just put that into good old Google Chrome. No module name, MySQL DB, import error. Oh, please don't say they've changed this. That would be very annoying. I reckon they have. Let's compare that over to the other one. I don't think, because it's only a front end, there's no, yeah, there's nothing with that needs MySQL DB. Yeah, I reckon they've changed it. I reckon they've changed the package. It's been such a long time since I've dealt with this, so it's I want to confirm that first before I make that assumption, of course. Oh, for God's sake. Medium, stop being an idiot. That's not even the thing. Set up MySQL Python on a Docker Dev stack. This was 2019. Come on, I'm looking for connect. Yeah. Here we go. See, that's running a MySQL client. Do I need to do this? The issue is it's saying that it's missing. Required by world Pi MySQL DB. That's the problem. Unsatisfied constraints. And it's running off of Python 3 Alpine. So if we were to remove that and then run this, in fact, it's probably best. Okay, now it's installing. Thing is, it's got MariaDB in there. Whilst this goes through, I'm gonna just double check the other service as well. So, because there's many services in this. So let's do, say, the order service, for instance. If we load this up as a new thing and then have a look on the Docker file, it's using that. So this is a common. All right, so now it's doing the install. What I need to do, obviously, is I need to create a branch for this. Otherwise I'm going to get into trouble. Let's just do that now. So a new branch, and we're going to call this bugs package upgrade. Okay. So here we've got to this problem where we've had before. we've got some issues with the dependencies. We'll get those working first, and then I'll take a look at this. So let's go to the requirements, which is here. And we know from the requirements of the first service, which is the front-end service, that we are requiring MySQL connector 2.29. So that goes into here. Make sure that's the right thing. Yep. And then there was others. So this needs to be 0.16.1. Might as well do all of this as we go. And then let's have a look. It was the MarkSafe 1.1. Let's make sure that's in there too. There we go. Okay, let me now just do a deployment once more, and we should hopefully get past those issues. That was the 229 that we've just done with the I think it's, yeah, the MySQL connector. I now am covered in different windows here. Whether we get to the How to Code Well site doing JavaScript acceptance testing or not today, I don't know. It would be nice. Obviously, I didn't think it was. I didn't think this would take this long. I thought it was just a simple little fix, but you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? With coding, I often actually think things are simpler than they are, and then then you unearth a whole load of worms to deal with. Yeah, I didn't realize the product service was needed a little bit of work. So we hopefully get all of this stuff done. That's Flask. Flask is a lovely micro framework in Python. I love it. So here we go. This is MarkSafe on 1, and that's the MySQL connector that we've just upgraded. Yeah, we might just do this today, to be fair. This is a higher priority than writing acceptance tests for How to Code Well at the moment, because the stuff that I would be writing the acceptance tests for, it's not live yet, so that's fine. Just realised the camera was off center there. Oh, there we go. Come on. This is so... I swear I spend most of my days just staring at loading screens and downloading things. I don't know what's locked up. Come on. Come on. I'm quite impatient. I don't know why it's refusing to come back with anything. Has it given up the ghost? It would be in. There we go. Okay. Something's not happy. They seem to have all exited. Oh, hang on. No, that's fine. I think. Why have they got different names, though? Hang on. Yeah, the names are wrong. Oh, it might be because Composer hasn't actually finished running through. So this should be up. No? Alright. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's just thought of something. It's moving on. Alright. I'm just getting impatient now, aren't I? That's what's happening. You're just watching an impatient programmer. That's all. Now it's doing npm install. Why is it doing that? Is it doing? Why does it need to do an npm install? Is it? I thought the front end dealt with that. Oh no, sorry. Now it's doing that. Okay. I'm thinking of another project. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was about 2 years ago since I did this, so... Okay, that's failed. It's failed again with the Pi jobby. This is running now off of the next container, which I think is... Order? No, user. User. Okay. Alright. I think what I'll do is we'll get rid of you. Just give me some more room. Let's just tear some of these down. And then what I'll do is I'll just go straight into the them individually. I think that's probably wise rather than do this whole script and not actually get it clear. So let's do a docker rm -f of this one. Let's just get rid of them all. Oh, did I put in the IDs of the... I did, I put the IDs of the container, of the images. Silly, sorry. Guess what I could do? I don't want to do a system prune because that will remove all the images. Docker ps -q. No. Docker. What's the quiet one? It's Q. And I need to do -aq. There we go. Docker rm -f of these. And we are on the front end service. So we need to come out of this and go into the product service. This is what we're on. And then what we need to do is do a docker compose up -d and then build. And this should be okay because we should have docker logs f. Let's see why that's gone down. This is probably something to do with that connection, the MySQL connection. Yeah. Okay. I've got a feeling this is going to be the same for all the other containers, apart from the front end. So the above exception was caused, was the direct cause of the following exception. So this is something to do with the connection of MySQL, connection refused. So we're going to have to fix that issue, unfortunately. Can't connect to MySQL on to ProductDB background. This error is there and connection refused. So And it's going to be this, isn't it? It's going to be that. But if I did that and then did that, it's going to fail. Yeah, because it's missing. Required by. So I wonder if that package has just been removed, maybe. This seems to have been around for a while. This is a different Flask M. Can't find it. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is not. This is a library for the actual for Python Alpine 3, isn't it? So no, that's not even a thing. What we should do then is we should look at install MySQL Python Docker. Let's see an example. Install MySQL Python without installing. I'm not worried about that, but here we go. APK add Py MySQL DB, which is what we're doing. Py MySQL DB APK add. Here we go. Right. So 16 thumbs up, 29 thumbs. 29 up, 16 down. So before the pip requirement install does not help either. Solution add lib MySQL client. It might be that. Could be that. Py MySQL DB build base. I was able to work with this in the first step. Install the requirements. I needed then I client libs, which has the necessary MySQL. I don't know. I mean, this is saying that it can't. This is doing a build base, and I don't think I need that. In Alpine 3.7, I found this is all I needed. No cache, MariaDB, and build base, which brings into play all of this stuff. Maybe I do need build base. I'm not bothered by the size at the moment. Client libs. Right, so there's a lot of people here saying that I should use client libs and build base. This isn't going to work. This is essentially looking like mine, to be honest. I got a feeling it's because of the version bump of Alpine. I reckon it's build base. There's a lot of people suggesting build base is needed. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a whirl. We got MariaDB dev in there, so let's put in that up there. This is on the right. This is the right thing, right? Let's do this. Have I formatted that correctly? Yes, I have. Always good. All right, so now it's going to do a build base. GCC, libc dev, MariaDB dev, Node.js, npm. And fingers crossed. Yes, it's running off of Alpine 3.12. Yeah. I don't have have I pushed these images up? No, I don't think I have pushed these images up to Oh no. Have I pushed these images up to Docker Hub? I can't remember. Gosh, let me just double check. I don't think I have. I don't think it, because I don't think this was a requirement for the course. Docker, because I didn't see anything in the README for it, but let me just double check. I hope I haven't, because that would mean I would have to do a version bump on those. Which would make my day even longer. I'm just quickly signing in to Docker Hub, to the How to Code Well account, and just seeing, no, this is all Docker in Motion stuff from Manning, so completely different thing. Whew. And my folding at home, Job E, Concrete 5. No, that's fine. Okay, let's come out of that. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking promising. It's looking promising. The proof is in the pudding, of course. So this will be, if we can get this to run, get the packages installed, and then I think just because of the nature of this project where you've got many microservices, I think what I would have to do, the front end was fine to push up and merge, that's okay, that's fine, because that's isolated. That's just the look and feel of the things. But I think for the other microservices that we've got the user microservice, the order microservice, and the product microservice, the one that I'm dealing with now, I think it's probably best if I held off doing the merge until I'm 100% sure that they are all okay. Otherwise, it might be a little bit bitty. Yeah. Okay, so now this is doing the... Ooh, hello, that worked. Let's do a docker ps-a. Whoops. What? Hang on a minute. My my cursor was in a different was in a different window. I just want to make sure I didn't actually submit that. No, I didn't. It's been closed. Thank God for that. Okay. Good. I didn't realize my cursor was actually in the comment window, and I just typed docker ps-a. Okay. Anyway, let's do a docker ps-a here, and now we should see that we have the logs for this, and we can see that it's all running. Woohoo! Excellente! Marvelous. All right. So I think what I'll do is I will leave this as is for just a second, and we'll move on to the other microservices in this project, and we'll get them all up and running, and then I can run the whole fleet of the services, run a little test, and then if I'm happy with it, I'll send up the pull requests for each one. It's a little bit involved, this course, to be honest. So let's go back to we've just done the product service, so let's do the order. Let's do the order service. Let's do that. Order service. Don't worry about the fact that there's two front end services there. That's fine. Right. So what we need to do is we need to. I'm gonna just move that one out of the way for a second, because that's a front end service. This is another issue with microservices. You suddenly end up with lots of code windows. This is the one we're playing with, and what I need to do before I do anything at all is I need to pull down. I need to change the branch to be the let's keep the naming conventions of the other ones. Where would they be? They would be in... Sorry, I'm going a bit all over the place at the moment. Let's just cancel that. Product service. It's It's master-packed pub. That's what I need to do. Master-packed pub. So if we go over to the order service and then check out packed pub, check out, and it's master-packed pub with a T, just to keep the convention going. Okay, and then we do a git repository pull to get down the latest and greatest. Okay, let's just have a little noodle and see what's happened there. So, yeah, I'll push that up. Okay, let's now do a git, not that, sorry, a docker compose -up build of named volume product DB is used in order DB, but no declaration was found. Oh, hang on. Order DB, order DB, order DB pro, okay. Okay, let me change that to be a new branch and then do bugs update packages. Okay, I think I understand why this needs to change to be order DB, I think. And I need to make sure that in the front end service as well, which is here, I need to make sure that the deploy, the product has that. There should be order, user, product, and then these are the node modules. So we're dealing with order, which is down here, and I need to make sure that the order DB is running off of the order DB data. There we go. Okay, so there was a problem with the here, but anyway, that's fine. The issue here is again this pipe thing. So we managed to the issues now are going to be very similar, I think. So if we had a look at here, that was this issue, and if we went into product, it is build base. That's what we did. That's what we did, isn't it? That's what we changed. I'm going to move this up one. And now we're going to do a build up again. I mean, I think we would have solved a lot of these issues if I had pinned down this particular version. Because this is running off of 3, it's like 3.12 that we're on here. And I think when I first built this 2 years ago, this course, it wasn't running 3.12. Obviously, I think it was just running 3.1 or something. So there's been a lot of change. So this is probably going to go and fail on the requirements again, I would imagine, because the connector at least looks wrong. Or if it doesn't, we should use this as an opportunity to bump it up. So in the product service, because it's always difficult when you're dealing with different services, like different requirements on the different microservices. So if we copy that and we go over to the order service, which I'm just building now, that needs to change. So we'll wait until that downloads. This is, I think it got stuck on this one before, didn't it? It was taking ages. My dog has obviously taken himself off to have a sleep. We were playing. We went to the forest earlier. I wonder if there's any images up. Bear with me a sec whilst I have a look. Instagram. Awesome. Go over to Chrome. Da 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 da. Here it is, and yeah, we got some images up today. So we went to the forest today, and there's Murphy. He is. I need to sign in. There's Murphy. Getting rather muddy. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can sign in. Let's log in. Well, typically I don't have it on this browser. Never mind. Yeah, so he got rather messy today. They were cutting down, or they have cut down a lot of trees around this part of the forest. And obviously these tracks here are now full of water because it's rained. So you could just about make him out there. Having a little splash. But he loves the forest. Absolutely loves it. Fun dog to have, Murph. Fun dog to have. Okay, how we got to... Okay, here... Yes, it's the MySQL connector. I thought that was going to be the thing that broke. Do I have it on the clipboard? No, I don't. Let's go and grab that from the product service. Let's copy that. And then go to the order service. Paste that in there. And then let's do a build. So at the moment, I'm just building the containers individually, the services individually. There is going to be, there is a deployment script that will deploy them all, which was what I was using beforehand, but because we kept tripping over ourselves, I only thought that this issue would be on the front end, not on all the other bits and pieces. So I think today, in terms of how to code well with the dealing with the JavaScript acceptance tests, I think that's probably a bit of a write-off, to be honest. What I'll do, though, is I think I'll get that invite updated. That invite link on the Discord page. I'll get that done. And then maybe next week we'll deal with the acceptance tests. I'm really far behind on that project, and it's because I've just been so busy with work. I just haven't stopped. The contracts that I've got are just so hardcore at the moment in terms of just being busy. So where evenings and weekends would normally be spent working on how to code well, I've had to do a lot of evenings and weekends on my freelance work. So unfortunately, this does mean that, which is fine. You got to do this. You got to do this, and especially around these COVID times, I'm extremely fortunate to be in this position of being so busy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not moaning, but it does mean that a How to Code Well website won't be where I would like it to be, or where I've mentioned it should be in our product roadmap by the end of the year, because there's just been literally weekends where I have been solidly working on other things. So I don't actually think there's been a weekend where I haven't actually done any coding ever. Like, this year. Apart from, there was a couple of weeks where things got really rocky with COVID. I lost a lot of work at the start of COVID, but it just seems to have flown right now. Right, what's going on here? There's something's going on with my bind address. Oh, right, is this running off of port 80, is it? Let's have a look at this. Docker PS -A. This is going to be running off of port 80, I think. That's why, as well, there hasn't been any recent tutorials on YouTube. And why the podcast has been a little bit bitty. And why things have just been delayed, essentially, because none of this stuff really brings in the bacon compared to the contract work that I've got. So, you know, it's that kind of thing, you know. So I've got a feeling this is running off of port 80, which it should. I don't think it should be. Let me just check what it says on the front end service in the big deployment script. This is the big deployment jobby. This is running off of port 8083. And I've got a feeling what I've done is the individual services, when you run Docker Compose, it's running off of port 80, and then when you run the big deployment of all the services, it changes the ports from that. Okay, that's fine. So what we can do to get around this is we can do docker rm -f, and we can remove the product service, which is that one. That should free us up to allow us to have port 80, I think. In fact, though, what I should do, really, just to clean up, we should do docker ps -q again, -a-q, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove, and I should really do this on all of them, to be fair. I'm going to remove all of these just so the images have been built, so that's fine. That's all good. Let's just remove all these containers. There we go. Let's make sure I've got them all. Yep. Okay, now let's do a docker compose up -d build jobby. We should have two containers. One should be running off of port 80. Yep. And then the other one is this. So I'm going to just do a quick docker logs -f of the order service. That's that one. Oh, no, it's not. That's the product service. Sorry. It is this one. Okay, yep, that's good. That is the thing that we want to look for. The debugger is active, and then the debugger pin. This is a bit weird, though. Track modifications add significant overhead. Okay, okay. Never mind. That's fine. The fact of the matter is, it's running. It's running. So what I'm going to do now is remove these containers. So we're going to do docker -compose down. We'll just stop them. Well, we'll stop and remove them. And yeah, that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll move on to the next service, which is the user service. So in the service that we've just done, which is the order service, let's just recap. We've changed the connector to 229. We've changed the volume to be the right volume, and we've changed this to use build base. Okay, so I think that's what we need to do as well for the user service. I bet that's what we need to do. So again, I'm going to check out master branch from Pact Publishing. So master pact pub TC. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to do a repository pull. Bring them all down. There we go. Let's have a look what's happened. So this is me doing changes and stuff back in 2019. God, this course is old. No wonder it needs to be updated. All right, that's cool. And I guess what we should do is jump into that user service now. And let's just clear down the screen, make a little bit of room. Docker ps-a, that should be all clear. Let's just do a docker compose up-d and just see where it fails. Yeah, put in a build, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, it's failed here. Okay, again, this is the issue that we've had before with that, isn't it? So let's change the branch now to be the branch that we want to do the pull request, so bugs, and I'm going to try and keep them consistent across the, not that one, sorry, consistent across the board. Update packages, I'm calling this. So go to the user service, create a new branch, bugs / update. Update packages, packages. I'll probably get, yeah, that's good, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to, I'm going to go back into the order service, just copy this. Go into here. And it's naughty of me to have bash in these. Tut tut. Tut tut. Okay, and then what I need to do, I think what I'm going to do is just have a look at the requirements, because I know that there's problems with, say, oh, actually, this is doing all of them, isn't it? Yeah, so this is more like the product service, isn't it? Is that right? It's more like the product service. Yeah, 1601 or 1601. So that package, that would be in the user service. Yeah. And then we've got the connector that was changed. So let's change that too. So that would be in the order service as well, which is in here. So let's go to where are we? User service. And then what else? It was mark safe. And that was done on the product service, which is here. Mark safe 1.1. There we go. And I think that kind of covers it. I think. Because I think these are all right. Mark safe. That. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Yeah, okay, I think that should do it. So let's do a build up and see where we go. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say that, Mr. DB303. Yeah, it's just it. I'm impressed that I keep up with streaming with the work that you have on. Yeah, I mean, there's been. Don't get me wrong. There's been weeks where I have just not streamed because I've just been so busy. There has been weeks where, when I haven't streamed, I'm usually working, and there's been weeks where I've been working into the early hours of the morning. There's been weekends where I've just been chock-a-block working. I'm trying to balance it out. My work-life balance is pretty awful, to be fair. And it hasn't helped with COVID. COVID has really put a spanner in the works, because before COVID, I was going to the gym, I was running, I was doing all sorts of stuff. Now I've put weight on and I'm not sleeping well. I'm thinking about work as soon as I wake up. I'm doing all sorts of stuff that you shouldn't do, So and I don't want to use COVID as an excuse. It's just a way. It's just allowed my my bad lifestyle, work-life balance, to get even worse. So I bury myself in my work when things get rough. So I kind of use that as an outlet, I suppose. But it's not good, because I work from home, and I have been doing for years, like before COVID. There's no... Getting a break is difficult from your work, because you know that your office is in your house. So having that disconnect, and I have spoken to a lot of people on the podcast about what they did pre-COVID. And it was off of the back of those conversations that I started to go to the gym, I started to do other things. But then as soon as COVID hit, it was like, no, can't do that anymore. Can't just go off for a walk, because usually what I would do is I would go for a walk to the shops, and I would buy myself some snack, some healthy snack, some fruit or something, and then walk back. And that walk would take probably half an hour, 15 minutes each way. But because now there isn't a need to go to a shop, because that's not a good thing to do, we get all of our stuff ordered in now. That requirement for going for a walk is no longer there. However, one thing that has really, really helped in COVID is Murphy. Having that thing that is that dog saying, take me out for a walk, every day has been great. And having the going off to walk in the forest every weekend has been fantastic. I love it. So that's great. That's great. It's just everything else that I need to sort out. I need to get back. I need to get my health back, to be fair. And also my sleep. I would appreciate getting some more sleep. You know what I need? I need to just lay on a beach for like a week and just sort of read a book, which has nothing to do with work whatsoever. That's what I need. Anyway, this is me complaining, and I shouldn't be complaining, because I have work, and there's many people who don't have work, and they have far more to complain about than I do. So it feels wrong that I'm complaining that I've got too much work, and I shouldn't. That's not good. That's not good. So let's not talk about that. Right. So this is up. This is running. The database looks like it's down, I think. No, that's up. Let's do docker logs -f and get that. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down everything, and I'm going to build it all up. So docker down everything. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a docker system prune. I'm going to wipe everything out, and I'm going to go back to the front end service. That was the only service we've done. We've done user, product, order, and front end. So I'm going to go back over to the front end, and I'm going to load up. I'm going to do docker compose up -d, and it's -f. Sorry, docker compose -f. There we go. So before I do this, we should have no containers. We should have no volumes. Okay, we do have volumes. Let's remove the volumes. I'm glad I checked. Volume RM. I think you can pass in F. And let's remove all of them by name. I'm also going to remove the images if there is any. I don't think that's caught them all, but let's have a look. Docker volume ls. No. Yep, Docker volume. RM. There is a way of doing this easier, an easier way of doing this, but I like to have a little bit of control over what I'm removing. It's only because I have Docker running in production in some places, and I know what it's like when things go horribly wrong. Let's go to Docker images. That's what I want to see. That should be empty. So, okay, Docker ps-a is empty, Docker images is empty, and Docker volume ls is empty. So let's go to Docker compose up hyphen f, sorry, because we want to use that deployment script, and then we do up. Now this is going to create all the volumes, and then it's going to pull down all of the images one by one. It's obviously going to cache a lot of images because Python 3 is used in all of these places, and also MySQL. This will take a bit of time though, but once this is up, it should be a case of just going to that URL or that IP address and then seeing all of the services up and running. Fingers crossed. No worries, Mr. DB. Take care. It would, yeah, you're correct. It would definitely help if there was less COVID news coverage. It seems to be in your face wherever you look. And also, it's not just the news, it's the media. Everything is labeled with COVID these days. So you can't get away from it. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you, Mr. DB. And then once this is done, I will commit the code of each of these projects, send that up as a PR, merge into master. There's some other admin work I need to do just to get the actual packed publishing site, not the site, but their downloadable files up to date. But that's fine. I need to do that off stream because it's a little involved. And then, but hopefully, fingers crossed, if this all works, I'll go back onto the How to Code Well website and we'll get that Discord link sorted. This has taken longer than I had hoped, but I didn't realize there was so much involved. But yeah. So hopefully we won't have to pull MySQL again. That should all be cached. In other news, I don't know if you can see it. In other news, can you see my printer there? Under the printer, let's go into this view. Under the printer, I don't know if you can see, show you down there. That is, if I move this away. There's no lights on it. That sucks. Hang on. Okay, you might be able to see. Just about. That. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some LED lights. There we go. I'm going to put some LED lights. That is server rack. I've been playing. It's a little network rack. It's got a firewall, switch, NAS, Mac Mini. Got some other hardware coming. Oh, it's lagged. Oh, that's a shame. Hang on, you can just see my chin. If we go to that view, you might be able to see. It probably doesn't help that I'm downloading all sorts of stuff Docker-wise whilst I'm showing you that. It probably isn't wise. I should have a little camera just for that. It's my little over-the-top project. The How to Code Well HQ is being slowly built. So the idea is to have a way of doing some backups, some proper backups of my videos, because I have like 400 videos on YouTube and they're not really backed up very well. They're kind of like spread out over several hard drives. So what I want is to have a proper NAS. I've got a NAS at the moment, but it's not great. It's only 2 hard drives, and there's not the thing. They're time machine backups for work. So they've got nothing to do with How to Code Well on. It's just for work. What I want is like a 4-bay or an 8-bay server, a rack mountable NAS. That would be nice for the videos. And I also want to get my Mac Mini or another machine up and running where I can put Jenkins on, and then we can run all of these applications that I'm building and courses through that, as well as How to Code Well, the website itself. And then that will be my pipeline, basically a little test lab. That'd be nice. But there needs to be some holes drilled in this place to sort the network cables out. Because believe it or not, which is probably part of why the things are getting laggy, is because we're actually running the network in the office here through a power line adapter, which is through the power lines. So it's not actually being hardwired from the router downstairs, and that's something that I need to do. Drill a hole through the floorboards down into the living room, and then pass the cable behind the plasterboard down into the router, and then that will give me internet connection hardwired into here, into this network rack, and then I will be able to create my own little sort of VLANs for various things. That's the whole plan. But it was all kind of spurred off with the fact that my backups are pretty rubbish for How to Code Well. What the work stuff is fine. That's really important, obviously. But the videos, it's like I'm staring at like 6 terabytes worth of hard drives that are just sort of, connected via a USB hub, and they're not in any they're not backed up. It's just there. So if one of those went, I would be screwed. Like, I wouldn't be able to go back and see and get any of the previous footage. And right now, one of the things that we're doing with How to Code Well is we're putting all of the stuff that's from all of the exported videos off to a secondary hosting provider that I pay for, and they will it's Vimeo, and they will provide ad-free video streaming. So the idea is that with How to Code Well, when you get to the website, which is here, when that feature is ready, when you log in, and create an account, you can create an account in a sort of a higher tier, and that tier will allow you to watch the videos, the courses, without any ad interruptions. At the moment, if I was to click on one of these things, say Docker for Beginners, for instance, it's going to take me directly to the YouTube playlist, and which is okay. But what I would like is to have the ability to log in, create an account, and then have different tiered accounts. So some will be seeing embedded videos, embedded tutorials based off of, say, the Vimeo hosting platform that I pay for, that will give you the videos without any adverts, or on the free tier would, have the embedded video that is embedded from YouTube, which would obviously have adverts on. So at the moment, as I said, click on one of these things, it's going to push you off to YouTube. And the feature that we've got, I've got rid of it now. The feature that we're playing with at the moment in this phase of the beta launch is to have the various different levels. So this is live, so howtocodewell.net/coming soon is a page that's displayed when you click on join now, login, pricing. And the next feature, which I'll build in just a second once we get this packed stuff sorted, has the ability of actually creating accounts, registering and logging in. And I was hoping to get all of this done by the end of the year. And I just haven't, because of how busy I've been, I just haven't been able to do it, which kind of sucks. Anyway, how are we getting on with this? We still installing stuff, are we? Which one are we on? We seem to be on user, which I think is the last one, so we're good. We haven't come across any nasties. 12 packages of 39. I think whilst this is going, I can take a look at that issue that we raised in... have I got rid of that already? I have. That's all packed stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that issue that we raised about the Discord link that I think Codeland mentioned. Let me see. That was on... Yeah, you can tell I've been really busy because this sprint that we were supposed to be on was supposed to finish on the 11th of October. This one here, this is the Discord link, has expired. So whilst that's being built, I'm going to do a bit of multitasking. And we're going to go into code and then How to Code Well portal. And we're going to run it from... PHP Storm I need to load up. This would mean that the beta site is also has this issue, so let's do that. Let's go to beta.howtocodewell.net, and if we went to Discord and we clicked on this one, that should... Hang on a minute. Oh wait, hang on, I think they're wrong links. Bear with me a second. Maybe it wasn't a good idea that I'm multitasking. I've now got a Python IDE open and a PHP IDE open. Great. Okay, we're in develop branch. Let's move this into... Let's create a branch off of this and call this bugs. And this will be... Discord link. It's not a valid branch name. Why isn't that a valid branch name? There we go. All right, let me just keep an eye on that. It's still installing GC. Fine. So Discord link. Okay. So we've ran this off of develop, and what I'm going to do is merge in. No, that's fine. Okay. We'll do a git fetch because I was working on this on the laptop earlier this morning. Okay, fine. And the issue is that when we go to the pages, so src pages, and we go into the Discord page, the links that we have, that's Patreon. No, that is correct. Here we go. This one, that expired. So I need to go to the bug and grab that and paste that into there. That's what we're looking at, isn't it? That's the thing. All right, let's do a commit. Before I do a push, we'll obviously verify that that's the thing that's working. So let's do a make install local dev. Right, now I'm taxing my system. Come on. Yes, I need to do nvm use stable, and then we do that. Visible clan member is asking, is Gatsby better than Next.js as a static export? I've never used Next.js, never used it, so I wouldn't be able to say. I never used it. Here we go. Okay, let's get to port 8000. Okay, so this is the thing here. So if I was to, I'm going to have to do this off stream, bear with me a second, just because it's going to load Discord up. Opening Discord, there we go. Yep, so that has worked fine. Yep. It's still trying to install that. That's really annoying. Okay, so that's all good. That's all good. You can do that. Fine. Although, hang on, mate. No, I'm on the other site. Here we go. This is the local site. And if we went to Discord, there we go. Now this is set up for. I need to adjust the sizing. This is set up obviously for locally, which means that the feature flags are on. Which means that I can go to login, and I can log in, and I can go to join, and I can click on start to learn to code, and then register. And I should be able to go to courses, and then this time click on Docker, wherever it is, Docker for Beginners, and then this is the new thing. So you would click on here, and then you would go start to learn to code, you would register. And this is what I wanted to do the acceptance tests on today. So I wanted to write an acceptance test for that flow and also the flow of logging in. Let's see if I can log in with an account. Yep. So I wanted to have an acceptance test there. And if we went to courses now and then clicked on to Docker for Beginners, it knows that I'm logged in. So if I click on here, we should now see our embedded video. And this is the list of tutorials. And that's what I wanted to have a series of acceptance tests on, because I'm aware of some bugs with the actual login and logout process. And I wanted to capture those with acceptance tests, but unfortunately we haven't. We just haven't had time to do that, unfortunately, because I'm dealing with this the Python stuff, which seems to be stuck, and it probably doesn't help that I'm actually working on JavaScript. This is me being really impatient, right? I'm really impatient. Visible Clan member is saying that they've been learning about Google Closure Compiler. I haven't heard of that. The Closure Compiler. No, that hasn't really come up. I'll take a look at that at some point. Also saying, how are you storing token in local session? No. Yes, sorry, no, I am. So it's in local storage, but it's in the local session. It's in the session storage, not in the just local storage. So it's in the session storage, meaning that it won't be, it's per session, essentially. Why is this taking so long? Okay, so Google Closure Compiler is like Webpack, but 25% better. I guess it depends on what that better means, right? So, come on, why is this taking so long? This is so annoying. You could tell I was an awful child. Come on. When I didn't get my way, or when things were taking too long. Why is this, has this frozen? Is this dying? Is it because I'm streaming and I have several tabs open on multiple browsers? Could it be because I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 Python projects running, as well as a PHP storm running? Potentially, it could be that. Yeah, you could. I guess you could use HTTP only cookies. I'm not going to talk about the ins and outs of how the front end is storing those. But yeah, hey, so it's kind of a combination of cookies and session storage. So. Yeah, although it's JavaScript, so you know. What happens? There's more security. Well, there's obviously security on the front end, but there's more things that happen in the background on the actual gateway. So what happens is you get a token, and then that token gives you another token on the back end to then verify, because essentially I've got a gateway that has many services behind it. So the front end token only gives you the ability to have the access to the front end. Then there is a handshake between the front end and the back end through the gateway, and that's done, differently. I haven't mentioned that or exposed that at all on stream. I've been quite cautious with that. But it's essentially a way of saying that just because you've got a token on the front end doesn't mean that you have a token on the back end. So that kind of thing. I must say that doing it like this has been been quite challenging actually, compared to just writing a website in PHP. Because obviously with PHP everything is on the server, so the complexity is smaller. However, saying that, because it's a static site, the attack surface is smaller, far smaller, because there is no server. You're just doing API requests. And the way I've set it up is that an API request has its own access token, meaning that I can turn off access tokens left, right, and center whilst keeping the website up and running. So if I was to see that there was someone doing something nasty on the site, then I could just revoke their access tokens without actually destroying, without actually diminishing the experience of the other users. Come on, why is this? This is getting a bit frustrating now. This is getting a little bit annoying. I'm starting to think maybe I should just Control-C this and start and run it again. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. No, that's Control-X. Control-C, aborting. Right, let's now run this again. And it should skip all the ones that are currently up. Apparently. It's certainly using cache. Do you call that Jamstack? Yeah, I guess so. So you've got yeah, I guess so. So the site has the APIs, and then they go off to they pull the resources down on build time. So here on the front end, it's got to number 14 already. That's where we were before. So that hasn't. This is just showing my impatience. It's got stuck where it was stuck before. Never mind. So yeah, what this was doing is it was downloading. I've turned off the output here, but yeah, basically what this was doing is it was making API requests to the back end and populating all of these things. So this is all through APIs, as well as the books and the blogs. The blog is something else coming off of Ghost, and the books, this is another API request. But all of these pages have already been built statically, so there's no server rendering going on at the moment. There will be eventually when I add features to this, because I was thinking of ways to have the ability to do searching, maybe using things like Elasticsearch. That would be interesting to do, because there's going to be many courses. At some point, this is going to get to a point where it's stable enough for me to just have on the internet, and then me spend, say, 6 months just creating content, video tutorials, and then just updating the CMS, and then rebuilding the site after every course, and then just sort of hammering out course after course after course. And I would imagine this would just triple, quadruple in size the amount of courses that we have here, and I would like a way for people to search for those things. I would also like a way to filter and order these things, and that would require some server-sided rendering to happen, to actually make those API requests on the fly and then update the site. Yeah, that's about as far as I've thought. So when we get to that, there'll be all of those interesting things going. Yes, that's correct. You can. Yeah. So visible clan member is saying you can search on JavaScript. You can, but this is more to do with. I basically want it to get to a point where when you've logged in, it knows who you are. It knows what courses you've seen. So it will offer you courses that you haven't seen. So there's going to be a little bit of that kind of suggestion algorithm behind this. When we get to, say, 100, 200 courses on here, it's going to get quite tricky for someone to pinpoint an actual course that they want to watch. And so what I would like is to have more of a tailored experience for that particular user. But then again, that's all down to the user logging in and those kind of things you can't really build. You can't really build into a static site. You would all of those variables. Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome to have a personalized homepage. Also, there's other things like this. This is the homepage, right? In my opinion, it's not great. It's just a list of courses. This project is actually called the Portal Project, and what I would like to have on the homepage is to have blog articles, podcast updates. I would like to have featured courses, all sorts of various bits and pieces, and I would also like it to be tailored towards the person who's logged in. So if, for instance, I was able to capture the fact that a logged in person listened to a particular podcast episode, I could offer them a particular course that was perhaps tagged or referenced a programming language. That's kind of where my head is. But we are literally talking about a 5-year plan here. Yeah. How is that going? Oh, it's past it. It's past it, I think. It's on another thing. Okay, that's good. Okay, I guess we're going to have to wait for this to go through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get rid of this for a second, and I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to remove that for a second whilst we wait. Otherwise, this isn't going to get done. I think it's got something to do with this. My machine is starting to complain. It's like, Pete, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, and I think what I'm going to do as well is just clear down some of these tabs. There's too many tabs. We don't need all those. Just give a little bit of power back to the machine. It's on the order at the moment. So if we looked at the order of the order, if we looked at the order on the front end, it would go into this. So it's actually doing this one here, which means that it's already done, because none of these depend on each other apart from the databases. It's already done the front end. It's already done the product and the database for that. It's done the user. It's done the user DB. So it's on order. Then after this, it's got the order DB, and I think that's it. So fingers crossed. We're looking at the home straight. I hope. God, it just takes so long. When did web development get this complicated? That's something I've always asked. Like, I remember, I guess it depends. I guess it means like, I guess it's like, you know, the further you get into web development, the more complicated it becomes, right? Like, in my 20-year plus experience, it feels like things are just so complicated right now. Like, I don't know how junior developers do it. They are bombarded by new, fancy, shiny frameworks every 5 minutes. And they, you know, if they're not doing React, they're doing Vue. And they probably should be doing vanilla. And they get, you know, before they do anything, they need to, you know, know what package management is. That's something that I never needed to know when I started web development. I just feel like the barrier of entry these days is slightly higher. I mean, sure, you can make a website just by using JavaScript and HTML and CSS. You know, anybody can do that. But to actually do modern day web development, you need to have some understanding about the command line, package management, dependencies, all sorts of stuff. I blame JavaScript. It's got too smart. Come on, 14 of 39. It's that GCC. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why it's taking so long, isn't it? Blimey. Okay, so we put this in this branch, the Discord link. That was the link we've just done with setting that out. So what I can do, I've just seen that it works. So let's do a push to get it up onto on the repo, and then let's go into let's put it on beta. Let's put it on beta. So we've just put it, we've branched off of develop. Let's go to beta. And yesterday I did about 2 hours work getting in some tests. So we should be able to do a merge of develop into beta. And then we should be able to do, if we go back to the develop, I should have done this beforehand, shouldn't I? We should be able to merge that into, yes, that into here. And then, then we go back to beta. There we go. And we do a merge into here. Now, before I kick this off and create a PR for this and review all the stuff, what I'll do is I'll quickly just run this locally again. We need to do an NVM use stable, because there's quite a bit of change. If I did git status here, we can see that there is well, I'll have to the ahead bit, I'm gonna have to all of these changes, which are mostly adding tests and stuff, and ESLints and code coverage and other jazz. You can see that they're mostly to do with tests and features and stuff like that. And then these fixes would be ESLint fixes. So I just want to do a double check. NVM use stable, and then we'll do a make local dev. And actually, before we do that, to be honest, we'll do make tests, just to make sure that those tests are okay. Before I put this on beta. So this should now run the unit tests. Hunter had said, hi, I see you use code in Python and JavaScript. Can you help me? What's better to learn in 2021 to find work in the future, JS or Python? Experience with C++ and Delphi. It really depends on what field you want to get into. Yeah. Hunt red. It really depends. And it depends on where you are, because there'll be different trends depending on where you are in the world, depending on what industry you want to get into. So for instance, and this is something that we brought up on the podcast, on the live stream last week, because I did a live stream on last Thursday on YouTube, and I did a Q&A, and this is one of the subjects that we were talking about. and it was really, and it basically boiled down to knowing what industry you want to be in, and then discovering what they use, because different industries and different locations use different programming languages or different frameworks. So, for instance, London is very different from Bristol. Some places prefer Vue, some places prefer React, some places prefer PHP, some places prefer Python. So really, I would get a temperature check of the types of industries that you want to get into and see what they use, and then use those. Because you don't want to be using a programming language that there's only a minority of jobs in those sort of bits. And again, it's very different wherever you are. Right, so yeah, all of those passed. That's all good. That's a good start. Let's just build this. Make install local dev. There we go. I want to work on front end and back end. Okay, so that's like a full stack stuff. Also do Windows applications. Okay, so what about .NET? I mean, I see .NET's not in your list. Is there a particular reason why you've gone for Python over .NET? .NET C#, that kind of thing? JavaScript won't die. JavaScript won't die. It's like a smelly penny. It's a bad penny. It'll a bad smell. No, that's not the right thing to say, is it? It's not. That's not the thing, is it? It's like I can't remember the analogy, but JavaScript will not go. Same with PHP. Same with Python. JavaScript. They will not disappear. Not for a very long time if they do. So you've got no worries there. There we go. Let me just do a little bit of a click about. That's going to go off to the podcast site. Courses. That should take me to here. That should take me to there. That should take me to login. That should take me to the forgotten password. That should take me to login. Awesome. Okay, good. No worries. No worries. So, okay, I'm happy with that. Now, it's passed the unit tests. I was hoping to do some acceptance tests, but that's good. We'll get it up to... Sorry, I can't find there we go. Let's do git repository push, and that will probably require a PR, probably. Yeah, push rejected. I'm going to need to create a PR, so we do new branch, features, well, yeah, adding tests, and I'm going to push that up, and then I'm going to log into my source control, approve my own PR. Because one thing that I've been trying to work on recently is getting a better workflow with this stuff. So beforehand, I was able just to push everything up into master and beta and, all those kind of things. But now I have checks in place to say, no, a PR needs to be approved before that happens. So whilst that's going on, we'll just keep that. That needs to, I don't know why this is locking out. Right, so I'm going to go to branches, and it's that. go to branches here. It is... Alright, create a PR. I want to create a PR from there into beta. There we go. And the changes are... That's all good. Yep. Excellent. Okay, we'll create a PR. Yep, that looks fine. That looks fine. Just reading my own code. It's quite a massive chunk of change, this, but it's all tests. Okay. Okay, let me push that up. If I can get to the bottom of this page. Right, we'll approve it, and then we'll merge it. Merge. Right, so that's now going to fire off a webhook to AWS Amplify to then push that to the beta site. And then once I verify that it works on the beta site, I'll push it up to production. Okay, so this is still, we're still taking ages on this. This is annoying. Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned how annoying this is? Apparently it's doing it twice, because, you know. I don't know why it's taking so long. I killed this, didn't I? And restarted it here, and it went straight into the user. And then it built all those stuff. Then it was doing the installation, and we've got GCC in this container, I think. Yeah, here. Here, this is 9.30 R2. And then after that, it then installed all of the packages from the requirements.txt. That went on okay. Then after this, after we removed the intermediate containers, it then ran npm install, still on the user container. And then it added all the various bits and pieces, removed the intermediate container, copied app into app, and then ran this. That was then the user that was successfully tagged. Then we built the order, which is the last container. So what we're doing here is we're running from Python 3 and then doing all the various bits and pieces and installing the packages as we were doing with the user. But it's just hit this point. 9.3.0 R2 is the same one. I don't know what, I think that was a copy and paste issue, why it's coming out twice. But what I'm going to do, I am going to kill it, and I am going to start it up again. It should go straight directly to the order, which it has done, because the user has now been built. Okay. So whilst this is going off stream, I'm going to log into AWS, and I'm just going to double check the build of this. I am literally doing two things at once here. So let's go to AWS. Still at this point. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just, I'll wait until this goes through. Oh no, let's get it. Let's just do it. Hey, it's gone, it's past GCC, so it's on something else. Okay, this is good. So it did need to be restarted. I am just so impatient. I am remarkably impatient when it comes to these things. So anyway, in another browser that you cannot see, I am logging into AWS on Amplify, and I'm double checking the build of Portal, and it has built. The last time it built was 17:14, which was a few minutes ago. So this means now if I go to beta.howtocodewell.net in a browser that you can see, and marvelous, I think that has worked. Yeah, so this is the beta site, beta.howtocodewell.net. We've got a fantastic team of beta testers from the Discord server. So I will put a message in the Discord just to say another release has been released. Another version is out. And the bug that we fixed was in Discord, there was this thing here. The link was wrong. So again, I'm going to take this off of view. And I'm going to click on this, and this should load up Discord, and it should say yes. There we go. Good. So that's fixed. Well, at least we did some work on How to Code Well today. It means now that I can mark this as done. Woohoo! Small joys. And also, as that happened, this all passed. So all of this is done. Which is great. Let's get rid of this for a second, and let's do docker ps-a. We should see all of the containers in their glory up, and the front end service should be on port 80, which is this one. And I cannot remember what the IP address is, so I think I've got it here. Let's refresh this. Is that the one? Hang on a minute. Give me a second. Home, login, register, checkout, register. I'm just trying to remember how this thing worked. Docker ps, docker exec -it. I can't remember if it's put in any. Can't remember if it's actually put in any products. Let's get rid of that for a second and go into product service. Do we have anything in the README? No, of course we don't. In docs, install, add products to the database. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. I'm sure I've got a script somewhere. I usually do. Yeah, here we go. Add products.py, which is here. Here we go. So, from models, import db product, blah, 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 blah. And then we basically put in all of these products. And it's a script, I think. So we run this like so. Okay, let's just get rid of that for a second, because at the moment, what is going on? Why would PyCharm want to access my reminders? What's happening? I think PyCharm is having a little bit of a funny 5 minutes. Are we good now? Are we done? Thank you. Okay, so this is the website that we build from all of these services. So you've got the front end service, which is the this, I suppose. Then you've got the order service, you've got a user service, and you've got a product service. Now at the moment, I've just basically nuked my the Docker containers and the databases, so it's blank at the moment. There's no products. And I think this script, I wrote this like years ago, but by the sounds of it, what it's doing is it's running the Docker exe-i, it's running Python, and it's running add products. And add products appears to be creating a dictionary full of products here, and then importing them into the database. So we'll try that. We'll give that a go. And fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So if we go to thinking. If we go to the here, there we go. Let's copy that in. I'm going to try and do it as close to the documentation as possible. And we need to do this on the product service. Now, this container is going to be the product container, which is this one. And it's going to run Python and then add products. So we'll give that a go. There we go. It's adding all the products in. Sweet. So if we refresh the page, we get the products. Yay! Oh, it's been ages since I've seen this. I built this course like 2 years ago. It's lovely. Whoops. Okay. So now I guess if we did view more, okay. So it's just an apple. And then can I add it to a cart? Okay, now it's asking me to log in. So I don't have a login, so let's do a register. Okay, so I'm going to take this off stream for a minute, just in case it does blow up. Let's put the username in as PFWD. First name is Peter. Last name is Fisher. Email address is foo@bar.com. Whatever. Password is password, because, you know, I'm that crazy. Let's hit register. Okay, thanks for registering. Please log in. The username is PFWD. The password is password. Let's log in. Oh, wow. Okay, this is so cool. Okay, so I have logged in. Because there's a logout button there. Welcome back, PFWD. Oh, I'm so glad this still works. Let's hit view more, and then let's add it to the cart. You can see the cart being updated here, and now it's saying checkout, and that's now taking you to checkout. Oh, that is great. Oh, that is so cool. I am so happy that this works. This is great stuff. So basically 2 years ago, that should increment. Yes, it does. Yes. So basically 2 years ago, I built a little this course for Pack Publishing, and it took ages to do because of the recording. But I'm so glad it still works. Oh, that's great. I'm really happy with this. That's made my evening. It's made my day. So this is the course that we are we've been working on today, which is this one here. That's also my clean coding course in Python, but this one here, wicked. And there was some problems with packages being out of date, and I needed to obviously fix those things. And basically this video course gives you the ability to create this website. It's a very simple website, but behind it there is several Docker containers, because it teaches you microservices and how microservices work. And we've got a user service, we've got a order service, we've got a product service. So in the product database, there is all the products. In the user database, there is all the users. In the order database, there is all of the orders that reference the user and the products. And the front end service is the service that displays the page. And by putting in those products into the product database, the front end can make a request to the product API to then pull out the products and display them on the page. And then what I've done here is have, if I log out, so we've got a login and we've got register. And if we clicked on, say, one of these products, like a cup of coffee, for instance, and we hit add to cart, it would know that you're not logged in, and so it would ask you to log in. So now if I was to put in, say, the login that I've just created, it'll say, welcome back PFWD, and now I can actually create an order. And then when I hit checkout, what that's doing is it's obviously in a real life situation, this would go through, your payment and all of this stuff. But what this is doing is it's actually sending an API request to the order API and actually processing an order. So in theory, if we went to Docker exec-it, let's go into the product database. So in here, and let's go in as MySQL minus, I think the passwords are all hard coded into the Docker Compose. So if we go to front end and we go to here, so the database, we are looking at product, aren't we? The product, here we go. So test and product. So the root password is test. So if we go into -u is root, and then -p, that should be test. If we went and use the product DB, which I think is just that, if we show the tables, Murphy's just popped his head around. We've got product, and if we did select all from product, we should now see that we have all the products that we put in. Excellent. So let's come out of this container. Let's go into the user container, and I think that's the same thing. And I think if we did use user, and if we did show tables, we have a user table. If we did select all from user, we should see the user that we've just created with the hash password. Excellent. And then if we came out of this and went into the order table, the order database, because obviously every microservice has its own database, right? Go test and then do use order, and then do show tables. We have two tables. We have an order and an order item. So if we did select all from order, select all from order. Hang on. Revert. These are keywords, aren't they? There we go. Select all from order. We have the user ID, and whether it's open or not. So if we did select all from, is it order underscore item? There we go. We can see that the items that were added, so the product IDs, that reference the IDs of the product database. Obviously, in a real-world situation, you would have GUIDs rather than actual IDs, because this would be a problem with scaling, of course. I'm so happy that's working. I am over the moon. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will go through and make the pull requests for the other things here. So this is the user service. Let's do a git repository. Let's do a commit. And this is updating markup safe, sorry, makeup safe. And sweet. Okay, that can go up. In fact, that's probably the same as for the other ones as well. But that's cool. And then, what was that? That was the user service. So let's go to the product service. There we go. Yep. And then, so we've done the user service, order service. That needs to happen. What was changed in Compose? Oh yeah. Good. Okay. And then what I'll do is we will go back to here, and I'll take off stream because I need to dive into some of the other projects. This is order service. Yeah, okay. I will do all this off stream, I think, just because I need to dive in and actually there's student communication, and I don't want to show that on stream. So I will do all of this off stream. But yeah, I'm really happy that has happened, and I fixed that course. Yeah, so happy with that. Okay, it's coming up to the it's coming up to like up to 6 o'clock here, so I'm going to call that a day. We didn't do a lot of how to code well stuff, unfortunately, but it's just the way it goes. I fixed this course, so I'm super happy. I need to do some bit of admin just to get this up onto their site, obviously. But yeah, I'm really happy, chuffed with today's progress. Next week we will get into how to code well. There's a lot of acceptance testing that I want to do, and I want to do that with Cucumber.js, about sort of automating logging in and logging out, that kind of stuff. We haven't done a lot with PHP recently, and that's because a lot of the PHP APIs that we've created, they're good to go. So it's mostly waiting for the front end. And then, I mean, hopefully eventually in the next few weeks, we'll be able to get the beta stuff up to production, which will allow people to actually log in and sign up and stuff. It's still all going to be free, because there's still some other bits of work to do in terms of moving things up to Vimeo, and I've got to update all of the content. So there's a bit of leg room there, not leg room, but a bit of work to do. There. But I don't think we're going to hit the deadline that was the end of the year to get the paid stuff done. I honestly don't think I can do it. Even though the Stripe integration is probably about 40% done, but I will have to see how work goes, because evenings and weekends should be how to code well time, but then they're not, quite frankly, at the moment, just because I'm quite busy. And when things like this crop up, that I have to fix courses that I've already done, it kind of means that I can't work on the new stuff that I want to be working on. But it's just the way it goes. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Thank you everybody for following and joining today. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope everybody stays safe, stays well, and takes care. Happy coding, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye bye.